Good evening, it's Monday evening, it's Sydney Parade, and it's cricket night. Here we are with the second team for the women, entertaining the Terenure Titans. Terenure will be a tough proposition. They're a good side, and they have their professional there as well. The professional, I believe, is playing men's cricket too. Well, Pembroke have won the toss in this 20-over game. It's a Division 2 game. I don't think it's a cup game. There's been so much cricket on recently, I could be horribly wrong. The umpires are out in the middle. They're ready for the start of the game. Just waiting for live scoring to provide us with those wonderful graphics that they do. Once we have that up on board, we'll be ready to start and we'll know who's out there doing what. But at the moment, we shall wait and see.
It's up.
The Under-23 District Cup final was in Oak Hill today. A victory for South Leinster Under-23s over North Leinster 23s. So Terenure in the field first here. We're underway. It will be Duke to bowl to Izzy McLean, and her partner will be Susie Whaley. Just a few late adjustments in the field. Pembroke sixes up in Anglesey Road at the moment. They're 33 for 2. The first one careers into the pads of McLean. And they get through for a leg bye. Well called by Susie Whaley. Did you get a number?
Will I get the feeder out? Who? Oh, yeah. No, I'll feed.
Did you walk around the front?
Yeah, sorry.
Runs off the bat for Whaley. First runs for Pembroke. That's 1 on the board from Whaley and 3 for extras. Better ball from Duke. Kept out by McLean on this occasion.
Hey guys.
Nicely played to the boundary, square the wicket on the offside. Nicely. More runs, this time out to the leg side. First over bowled, 1 boundary, 3 extras, 2 singles, 9 without loss. See on the top right of your screen the Pembroke players lined up and sat down. I'm sure they're not sat in batting order. Beautiful evening here in Sydney Parade. If you've had a Monday, and we've all had a Monday, consider coming on down, joining us here for a couple of hours of nice weather. Belmagor opening up from the St John's end. Full toss, absolutely clubbed away. Tennis shot really, although if it had been a tennis shot it would have landed out by quite a margin. It landed out of the ground here. 6 runs. Lovely shot, but just powered away. And then one played up in the air and it's been taken. Nice catch at short mid-wicket. And the first wicket falls with 15 on the board, and Izzy McLean departs having hit 11 from 7 balls. Leaving Izzy McLean. Yeah. Two umpires conferring, and the 2 overs gone. 17 for 1 after the departure of Izzy McLean, which has brought Cheeky and Shukla to the wicket. And they'll be hoping that this partnership lasts longer than the first. Fabulous weekend for the club. The first 11 with 2. I didn't know whether I did want chocolate or not. I did need that though. Did you see my colour? Duke continuing from the nursery end. Susie Whaley facing, 2 to her name so far. But we know what a good player she is and what talent she has. Let's that one by Duke add to the extras total. Well, it's a bit early to call it, but we'll say shot of the day to Susie Whaley, pulling one along the carpet down to a wide long leg and picking up her first boundary.
That's really good. I really think just especially. I don't know. I think it's just like. Yeah. I think you need like because it's not like you can't do it. It's just it's like an old habit, but just years and your feet don't move. Whereas all those.
No run on this occasion. As I said, a lovely evening here. A few white clouds, but certainly a lot of clear sky as well. Takes that one on the full, plays it out towards deep mid-wicket, where the fielder, the boundary rider, does a good job and saves 2 runs. Yes, 2 good wins for the firsts over the weekend. One saw them entering the Leinster Senior Cup semi-finals. Whaley again looking to play that one down to the leg side. 3rd over completed. 24 on the board. Win against Balbriggan on Sunday, giving Pembroke a home semi-final against the Hills. The final of that competition this year to be held in Clontarf Cricket Club. Saturday's win for the ones in the league. As Bell McGaw goes a little bit too long. Better delivery, but Van Shukla That is the first wicket to fall. That was in the second over. We're now into the fourth. It's aerial, but it just clears the fielder. She will be able to retrieve it from the boundary, but it won't stop Shukla picking up another couple of runs. Yes, the first in the semi-finals of the Leinster Senior Cup now. Oh, the fielder went down for the long barrier, just mistimed it, and they take another single. Yes, Clontarf celebrating 150 years this year. The high full toss, clubbed away by Whaley, but on this occasion the fielder is in exactly the right place in Michael Sharp corner and prevents another boundary. This one has gone aerial. Oh, and it's just hit the turf. It was unlucky. Came in from the boundary rope, went for the bucket catch, and unfortunately the bucket had a hole in it. Better length from the bowler on this occasion. Means just a single taken. And that is the end of the fourth over. And the score 35 for 1. Oh, that's unfortunate. She nearly had it in her lap. But again, it just managed to escape. That's a good length ball, and that one kept out. Shukla coming back for a second and doing a good job, turning 1 into 2. Duke seems to have found a good line now and a good length, but this one played out. And Shukla picks up another couple. Looking quite good at the wicket at the moment, he says. Waiting for the curse to strike. Few people down to watch this evening. Isabel Jennings having a one-on-one session in the nets with the bowling machine, and Claire Shillington. And I see Becca Gallagher there as well with her bat. This one did not go where she intended, but it still manages to reach the fielder on the boundary. but this time they just take a single. There is our crowd this evening. Not quite at capacity level, but good crowd for a Monday night. Good way to start your week, I suppose. This one signalled a no ball.
Only half the crowd.
Yes.
They're waiting outside the bar.
Yeah. Nice throw in from the field, down to the wicket keeper. That is the end of the 5th over. 44 runs on the board now. Two of them having a chat in the middle. They seem happy enough with the way things are going at the moment, and why wouldn't they be? Nice ball, and this one lifted, but manages to find turf before fielder's hands. Another run taken.
Yeah. The hill's half 10. I'll bring it up.
Signalled wide down the leg side. It's a little unfortunate for the bowler. Wasn't too far down the leg side, but far enough. Sorry. The old adage of don't run on a misfield, totally ignored there, but they got home safely for a single. Square leg again, very much in business. And that does bring up the half century of runs for Pembroke.
Bad news.
That's all right, can't see me. .50 on the board. Whaley and Shukla both on 16 each, going along quite nicely. Easy McLean departed for 11. And just 7 extras so far. Looks like a change of bowling then from the nursery end. Michael Sharp corner, definitely the busiest in the ground today. Pembroke looking resplendent again this evening, and the sun has disappeared behind the one big cloud we have, but one suspects it will be out again shortly. Nice shot, stepping out to it, playing it powerfully away to Michael Sharp corner. But a good start to the over this for the Titanesses. A little bit of footwork out on the boundary, prevents the boundary on this occasion. 3 singles from the first 3 deliveries. 4 singles from the first 4. Don't think any rain is forecast today. Oh, absolute fabulous bit of fielding. And just behind square leg. You heard the sound of the ball off the bat. You'd have thought that it was going to the boundary. It didn't on this occasion. Pembroke sixes are 53 for 7 in 15 overs up in Merrion. Andrew Hill and Charlie Viprek are the 2 there in at the moment. Andrew Arnott, a big part of the reason why they have managed to get to 57. He scored 24 before he was caught by M. Scorer, bowled Jay Walsh. Jim Walsh, 5 for 11 off his 4 overs. Oh, that's some bowling up in Merrion. It's a second change of bowling at the St John's end. Daly, the one who's gone in there.
Show me what it looks or feels like.
Strong Pembroke second side today.
Or put your back foot, your right foot across. I know I did one where we're going.
And again, a nice bit of fielding down at square leg. Doing a super job.
that's where you can just adjust. Okay, so back into your stance.
Oh, again, a nice bit of fielding in the ring. Will make them cautious about taking another single there, that's for sure. Then Schukler facing, she's on 20. Gets another wide delivery there. Susie Whaley has moved on to 23 from just 24 deliveries. And where they've been very good is taking their singles. Full toss. And beautifully put away. Timing everything there. Full swing of the bat. Long levers. And planted over to the end of Cyril's away for 6 runs. Doing their best to scatter a couple of players.
Oh, I even have wrecked the ball.
Well, the umpire's now consulting with the ball hitting the tarmac Adam and the wall. That granite wall does scuff up a ball quite nicely on times. Umpires seem happy enough. This one manages to evade the keeper. That'll be 3 extra onto the total. Score move on to 72 for 1. Still 1 ball to come in this over.
Said the under 23s were finished.
Yep, South Leinster 1.
See what's in the line.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, that is a cracking shot. No need to run any further for that one, I suspect. Just let the fielder run for it, just to fetch it back from over the boundary. Another boundary to finish the over. There is the 6 that came, and now there is the 4. 2 lovely shots. Van Schukler certainly hitting form tonight. Moved on to 30 off just 20 deliveries. 20 coming from that over towards the Pembroke total, which has now moved on to 76 for 1.
I only asked time because I suspect Mick Cotter was desperately attempting to get everything packed up and fly back up the road as soon as it was finished. And he'll be screeching in the drive any minute.
He's probably watching online at the moment.
I hope not. Listening, maybe.
I'm sure he'll let us know on the live chat. He's bombing up the M11.
As I said, listening, maybe. I hope not watching.
Well, I hope he's taking care for his journey anyway.
If we hear of a pile up on the road, we might know he was watching.
This one is in Whaley's arc. Well set field. Morgan into her second over now.
quicker the ball, to be fair.
Straight back over the bowler's head. That will reach the rope. Just. Ooh. One of those ones where you say something and then you think, oh, I've got that horribly wrong. It was a good chase by the fielder, but she couldn't stop it reaching the rope. And a lovely shot from Whaley. Takes her on to 28 from just 27. And that one will certainly reach the boundary down in Cow Corner. That will reach the boundary for a much bigger rope. Nice shot, another 4 onto the total. Just found a space where there were no fielders, and then it just raced on. Once it gone past the boundary, carried on down the hill, down the slope. Just a single taken from the final ball, 11 from the over. The score moves on to 87 for 1 after 9. And these two now have put on 62 for the second wicket so far. Good to see Pete Marshall on the ground. Oh, that's a good ball, right up in the block hole. Susie Whaley does well just to keep that one out. Aveen Daly with the best delivery of her spell so far. Powered away through the offside. There is a fielder out there. Gets a hand to it and prevents it running over the boundary. Runs alongside. There's that loose one on the leg side again. This time it's powered down to the bar windows. Into the hedge. Lovely boundary. Saw it early, kept her eye on it, played it away. That might take a bit of finding, that one. Umpire going over to lend a hand.
Maybe.
Nearly at the halfway mark now in this Division 2 game. And that's another lovely shot. The power behind that one wasn't going to be stopped. The fielder was only a couple of yards away from it. But it flew away to the boundary. And that one also reaches the rope. Takes Susie Whaley up to 47, and she's only faced 34 balls. Another big over for Pembroke, 14 coming off it so far, and it has meant that they have reached triple figures. 101 for one. One gets the feeling Izzy McLean disappointed to have got out for 11 today. One ball left in the first half. It has gone very, very straight. Well, the third one seems to have come out. And they're looking for another. Deciding perhaps the easiest option is to go and get another ball. And you think how much those things cost. Niall's camera there with the yellow bag and these loose straps. With 2 wins at the weekend, the Open firsts have reached 14 games this season without defeat. Still in contention for 4 competitions. Obviously the Leinster Premiership, Leinster Senior Cup, the Alan Murray Cup and the Bob Kerr All-Ireland. Semi-final of the Bob Kerr. They still have a group stage game to play in the Alan Murray. They're in the semi-finals of the Leinster Senior Cup, and they now appear to be 2 wins ahead in the league. I'd have thought it was in the yellow bush.
Yeah, I don't know.
Good evening, Mr. Marshall and young Marshall. Hello. Hello. How are you? How are you? I'm coming to get you. Daddy, daddy. Are you enjoying the fatherhood, Peter?
At the moment, many of them, most of the time.
Well, at least you're awake a lot of the time now. Yeah, it does get easier. Well,
She doesn't have a sleeping bag on today.
hmm?
She doesn't have a sleeping bag on today. Don't want that.
Hello. Oh,
I don't think it was in there at all. And they're all going in dead straight.
yeah.
Like literally. Right.
And that is the final delivery of the 10th over. And at the halfway mark, Pembroke are 101 for 1. Whaley on 47. Shukla on 31.
You're back on the cup button. I'm going to fix that because that's just going to drive me bonkers.
Okay. Now heading up to the other camera, he'll put that pitch back in the middle of the screen where it was. They moved the pole as they were moving the bush looking for the ball. Right, we now start the second half of this innings. Another 10 overs to go, but it's been a good start for Pembroke so far. Not quite Peppa Pig or Miss Rachel. Yeah.
He's enjoying the sights of Clarkson's farm. The soundtrack of Metallica.
Yeah, Metallica had a big stint in the Aviva this weekend.
Did.
Never seen so many middle-aged men wearing T-shirts with Metallica on.
We didn't watch the Leinster rugby turned on the ladies cricket. We were treated poorly.
Well, that one was picked up from well outside off, and it makes its way to the boundary. Shukla moves on to 36. All the information you need is really on the screen. No point showing you the batting card. Susie Reed has come on at that nursery end. Straight back to the bowler, who tried to run out the non-striker. The sixes are playing in Merion at the moment. The last I looked, it was 53 for 7. Somebody had taken a... Oh, that's a super shot from Shukla. Let's see now. .99 for 8. Cresswell and Viprek are in together now. Andy Hill got 25. Charlie is on 10 off 9, and James is 6 off 5. So with one ball remaining, they have made it to 100. Whereas here, after 11 overs, the seconds have reached 111. Nelson off 11. These two now closing in on a century partnership. Came together with the score on 15. They've been going along at a very nice run rate. The innings as a total, 10.09. Jim Walsh took 5 for 11 up in Merion. But a partnership of 41, which included Andrew Hill, has seen Pembroke reach triple figures. It might not be enough, but at least it gives them something to defend. Duke returns to the attack, and in doing so, takes a wicket. Susie Whaley departs for 48. Gets a good round of applause as she heads back to the pavilion. Her teammates on the bench as she wishes the next bat the best of luck. 48.
Good. Yeah, right shot.
96 partnership for that second wicket. Terenure will be delighted at having broken that. See
space there.
Very good. Yeah. Yeah, I know it's not exactly. No, but it's good. I think, like, you know what you're trying to do. Yeah.
Nicely run 2.
Second half up, like you're doing. You're also.
Jessica Duffy-Mullin gets off the mark.
As soon as you get away.
Guess the wicket went on Nelson, judging by the comment.
It did.
I would put the line.
Nelson strikes again. And a second wicket in the over. And Duffy-Mullin departs for 2. And a very successful over for Duke. 2 for 26 now from 3.5.
Yeah.
3 down now. 113 for 3. Shukla still there on 40.
I know, and that's the hard thing about it. Like,
Well, it's a mixed bag of an over for Duke, but a highly successful one. 2 wickets in 3 balls. Many thanks to our scorers this evening. Well, 3 runs saved. I don't know how many runs have been saved in Michael Sharp corner today, but certainly 3 on that occasion. Georgia Beattie, the new bat. That single gets her down to the non-striker's end. Another one in the air, but this one is going to find the ground. It won't have enough momentum to find the rope as well, but they will take another 2. Still 1 ball to come in this 12th over. 12th over that really belonged to Terenure. Three wickets in the over. Terenure really pulling this game back now. Shukla departs for 42. Looking forward to seeing the replay on that one. Just getting the end of the bat underneath the ball before it bounced. She was checking to see if it was a bump ball. That was my thought as well. But what an over for Duke. Now with 3 wickets down, one wonders, will that take the steam, the impetus out of this Pembroke innings? Definitely have to get a lens cleaner at half time. It's not that cloudy down here. Oh, it's another chance. Oh, just evades the hands. Beatty and Pepper Guy. Two bats. Two new bats, and very new they are too. And another wicket falls. Going for the run, and the run out affected beautifully. High fives all round from the Terenure players. Beatty played it into the offside, but it was straight to the fielder. And Guy never made it back. And the wicket falls. 4 wickets have fallen exceptionally quickly. Beatty saying no run there. Guy, well, never made it back in time. And she's on her way. Short stay.
Someone who didn't miss the stumps from close range.
And that will bring Anna Beale to the middle. Oh, thank you. $119 for 5. Just to remind you, they were 111 for 1. So things have very much changed here. Beatty now joined by Anna Beale. The left-right combination, Pembroke will be hoping will arrest this fall of wickets. Nice shot from Beatty, and the fielder goes for it with one hand, but can't stop it with one hand. As a result, it flies away to the boundary. I don't know about you, Noel. I'm looking forward to a day off tomorrow. I'll probably end up watching Women's World Cup cricket instead. Nice shot again from Beatty. When she gets that foot moving across, it looks well, but that's the one that ended in the run out. And this time, again, using her feet beautifully. Although a bit more aerial than she would have wanted. Beale leaving that one to the umpire to signal. Plenty more work has gone on today with the ground redevelopment. Beale looking for that trademark hit to the leg side, giving herself plenty of room. End of the 13th over. 125 for 5. Somewhat of a recovery. The 6-11 have managed to reach 100 in their 20 overs, thanks to innings from Andy Arnott of 24, and I think Andy Hill with something similar.
glass of ice from the bar, please?
Is it even open?
What do you think?
Oh, big swing of the bat from Beattie on this occasion. Across the line, and the ball beating the shot, getting through to the wicketkeeper. Oh, nice bit of movement away, but it ends up being called a wide as a result. It's a bit unfair. Oh, lucky to get something on that. Yes, unfortunately no ice available for Niall tonight. The bar firmly closed. Now that's the shot Beattie's been looking to play for a while, and it's a nice one, but nicely fielded. Bill Dwyer offering advice, no doubt, to the fielder. Good shot from Beattie, just a single from it though. Silver Foxes were due to train tonight after the women. They've decided they're taking a hydration break tonight from training. Now, Anna Bill.
They're not coming to the bar to do it.
Well, yes. They actually need hydration, unfortunately, the bar. Ah, there we go now. You can ask for your ice now.
Delivery.
Bill waited on that one quite nicely, swept it around the corner. It's a tough one for the fielder. It was bouncing all over the place. She does manage to pull it up in front of the rope and keep Bill just to 2 more runs. Again, Bill sweeping to the leg side. Favourite shot of hers. And 30 up now for Pembroke. 6 overs to go after this delivery.
I thought I heard him call over. Maybe you did.
Again, nice shot from Beattie, has played it through the ring on the offside, and that will reach the boundary. And that'll be double figures for Beattie. And 134 for 5 from 14. Good over, 9 coming from it for Pembroke. And the first over without wickets in for a couple. 4 wickets lost in the previous 2 overs. $134 for 5. Well, 100 for 9. The 6-11 ended up on.
Good traditional Pembroke innings. Everyone gets a bat.
No.
9.
Yes.
Oh, last ball.
Last ball. It must have been last ball because K. Ryan is still DNB.
Rule.
Yeah. He must have thought he was going to get the go tonight, that was for sure. That one bouncing too many times before the popping crease. No ball. But at this stage, you get the feeling Pembroke are grateful for the runs. No ball signalled. Scorers acknowledging the call. Good fielding, but not out on this occasion. Well, it may have been a little wide, but Beattie put a bat on it, so Morgan gets away with that one. Another no ball, unfortunate for Morgan. Just needs to give it a little more air, but one thinks. Four balls gone in the over. Millie Morgan from the nursery end. Well, cut away by Beattie. Another single taken. Into her favourite position there, Beale, sweeping round to the leg side. Nice bit of fielding, keeps it to a single. And after 15 overs, the score has moved on to 142 for 5. And the run rate just about close enough to 9.5. 5 overs remain in this first innings in this Division 2 game between Terenure Titans and Pembroke. Well, Pembroke Foxes, I suppose. Vixens. Bill seeing another chance to use that sweep round to leg, not making contact on that occasion. Who is our scorer tonight?
Shauna.
Shauna. Yeah, thank you very much, Shauna. It's been some good fielding from Terenure tonight, so they have patrolled the boundaries. Nice little sea breeze coming in from the railway side of the ground. Although it does seem to have that summer smell as well. Seaweed baking on the sand. Hmm?
But at the time, I was like,
I thought it was
yeah, instantly at the moment.
this time going over the ring, and the fielder on the boundary again, saving 3 certain runs. A well-drilled side, this Terenure side. They're doing very well to keep those runs down. Helping out Lily Morgan into her 3rd over. Seagull at both ends now. Up to square leg. Single taken. This time Beattie does find open space, and that will travel down and cross the boundary down by the car park gate. It's one of those shots where once you clear the ring, it's safe enough. And that's what she did on this occasion. Beattie batting very well now this evening. Sometimes outshined by some of the other players with the bat on this team. But tonight she's providing an absolutely vital innings. 149 for 5 off 16. 7 coming from that over. Rees to return for what will be her 3rd over. Took a wicket in her last one. Be hoping to do the same again this time. Perhaps a little on the high side there. Beattie makes a ground just about. But it does bring up 150 for Pembroke. 150 for 5 in this, the 17th over. Nice little crowd down at the pavilion. The bar now open. Beattie with a big shot down to Cow. Another boundary, another 4. 23 for her now off just 20. Exactly what Pembroke need after they lost those 4 wickets in 2 overs and went from 111 for 1 to 119 for 5. Total now moved on to 154. These two putting together a good partnership for Pembroke just when it was needed. Making a case for moving up the order, these two. Full toss. Oh, the footwork doesn't work, and it'll have to be the boundary rider who fetches it, and that misplaced footwork costing Terenure a run. Oh, came at her quickly. Came to her left hand, couldn't take it. And then it concludes the 17th over. 157 for 5. These two Pembroke bats with 3 overs left in front of them. Marion finding it just as tough as Pembroke did. They're now 19 for 2 off 4 overs, chasing down 100. And Beattie again. There's a discussion between the umpires now as they make the decision as to whether the catch was taken. It looked like it was to me. And the wicket is given after consultation, and the congratulations come down to the bowler. And Beattie's innings at 26 is now complete. Took it right down on the grass, but had her fingers underneath it, and there's no doubt that was taken cleanly. And another wicket falls with the score on 157. 157 for 6 now. But a fine innings from Georgia Beattie. That's 26 she scored. But just as importantly, they put on a partnership of 38 for that 6th wicket.
Ready?
Yep. Fingers are underneath that. Super catch. She knew she caught it.
Yeah.
It was the nonchalant way she did it, I think, that confused everybody. If she'd thrown it up going, yay, 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 I don't think there'd have been any question, because it was certainly cleanly taken. And Beattie returns to the pavilion with 26 to her name. And that will bring back the bringing back the opening bowlers, paying off now. Possibly going down leg. The umpire says not out.
British Banks looked like she was going to try and run away.
Nicely off the mark for Kimlee MacDonald, captain of the second 11. Belle McGaw now with 2 wickets to her name into her 4th over. Bill really risking the umpire's wrath, coming right in front of her stumps on this occasion. Perhaps a little high. And this has been a good over for Isabel McGaw. Just 1 run and that wicket coming from this over so far. An inside edge saving Bill on this occasion. And that is the end of the 18th over with the score just 1 run added, but also 1 wicket added. 12 balls remain now. A bit of a discussion between the bats, a bit of a discussion between the fielders. And this is the catch that saw the end of Georgia Beattie's fine innings. And we've seen that in slow motion and absolutely no problem at all. Catch taken.
The way she bounced up as if she was going to try and run her out.
And then she went, hang on, I've caught that. So Kimlee MacDonald will be facing the 19th over, at least the start of it anyway. Thank you. You know, I don't have the energy to stand up like the lads did last night. It's beaten everybody, keeper as well, but the fielder with pace chases it down. Well, there'll be a very welcome 3 extra runs onto the Pembroke total. Nicely played, but again, just failing to reach the boundary, but 2 extra runs and a no ball. No free hits in Division 2. Lily Morgan into her 4th over now. No, it's my eyesight more than anything else. Nice shot down the ground, makes sure it bounces in front of the fielder, takes her single. Just 9 balls remain in this Pembroke innings as they try and set a target for Terenure Titans. Nice fielding. Again, more runs saved in the field by Terenure. They have done very well with their ground fielding tonight. Oh, clubbed down the ground by McDonald and nicely done. But again, good fielding. Body behind the ball. There's that shot again. Lily Morgan, 1 ball to go. And this over. Oh, I thought it was over. McDonald moves on to 4. I don't know how the scorers are going to cope with that. I don't know what live scoring's like when they bowl a 7th. Did they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Yeah. No. 176. Good over for Pembroke, that. And now we enter the last over of this innings. The halfway mark in this game. Pembroke Women's 2s and the Terenure Titans meeting on a lovely evening here in Sydney Parade. I apologise, 10 runs came from that previous over. Bill goes fine down the leg side. And 170 now on the board. It was 11 off the previous over. And a Bill just getting something on it, I think. Enough to warrant the single.
Go girls. No bother.
Just 3 balls remain. Now Pembroke would like a boundary or 2 from these remaining deliveries. They've taken 2 on this occasion. You really need to write your name inside that. This occasion, Beale's tapping down of the bat, successful. And she's safely back. And the final ball by Beale, again fielded on the boundary. They will just take the single. It will take the score on to 175 for 6. And that is the end of the innings. Pembroke score 175. And Terenure will need 176 for victory.
Traffic negotiator. Oakhill.
So we'll take a short break now. come back when Terenure go in pursuit of this 175 that, sorry, 176 that they require, 175 that Pembroke have put up. Well, the umpires are back in the middle. Pembroke still warming up their fielders. And we'll take a moment just to see what's happening in Anglesey Road. Pembroke trying to defend 100. Last time we looked, it was 23 for 2. They're now 47 for 3. Merriam in pursuit of that 100. They're at the halfway mark. So even Stevens in that clash.
The mighty Pembroke Sixes.
Yes. Mighty Sixes indeed.
Oh.
Cresswell 1 for 20 from his 4. Finley Threadgold Ball 1 for 16. Well, it looks like the Terenure bats are ready to come out to the middle as well. Pembroke in their last minute huddle.
Last one of these games, I ended up shouting to this guy, is it 5 penalty runs for time wasting? As they were waiting for the Pembroke huddle. I was going, at least tell them their time started.
Yeah.
I think the umpires did tell them their time started.
So as the players take to the field, you can see how low the sun is from the darkness of your screen. Just that not clear sky, but hazy sky with little clouds around. Seagulls, their time to head back out to the island will be soon. And Pembroke are going to start with Anna Beale. And with the bats, it will be Reed and Prendergast. Prendergast, who took that fine catch to dismiss Beattie. Susie Whaley, the fielder, out on the railway side of the ground. The left-handed Prendergast, or left-handed Reed. This could be the battle of the match. Beale to Reed. And she's given up. She's been given out LBW. That is a big wicket for Pembroke. And Anna Beale picks up a wicket in her first over with the score on 1. And this adjudged LBW by tonight's umpire. Straightening up and catching her in front. And that, the Anna Beale appeal works. And they pick up a first wicket in the first over. And S. Reed heads back to the pavilion. Just got caught in front there. And it's a super delivery. And Reed goes for none. That is a big wicket for Pembroke. They're into this game straight away, into this innings. The only hope would have been if there'd been an inside edge. And she was running for the single when she saw the umpire's finger raised. And that brings Jacobs to the middle. Again, good delivery from Beale, does her own fielding. Oh, she's caught it. Umpire deciding it hadn't come from bat or gloves. The appeal from Anna Beale strangled. Well, good start for Pembroke, a wicket in the very first over. And the score 1 for 1 from 1. This is the wicket. And yes, didn't leave the umpire with much decision there. And Beale's delight, obvious to all. Sun making an appearance again. There's a few sat along the wall now at this stage. Nice shot down the ground. And that one will reach the rope. Shot from Prendergast. Lifted down the ground. The scorers acknowledging the umpire's signal. Good ball from McDonald. Took an inside edge before it rattled into the pads. Don't think the umpire's going to signal that as extras. And he's not. Pippa Guy back behind the stumps tonight. Nice shot down the ground. And Beale, the wicket taker, doing the fielding. Sliding across the bat. Down the leg side. Dot ball.
From now on, you just have to move further back.
Yeah, I'd just stand up. Another one just down the leg side, but inside the line. This time Prendergast was looking to move that one around to the leg side, made no contact, but 6 runs from the over, 7 for 1. And the required rate now, 9.4, give or take a hundredth of a run. night off for Pembroke Cricket Live tomorrow night. Before we return on Wednesday and Thursday this week. They'll take a run there, played round to square leg. Cheeky doing the fielding. She's made that spot her own down in Michael Sharp corner.
Assuming the fives will have a live score.
Well, that's the other thing. Will the fives have a live scorer to do the game? Or can Niall and I just take out the deck chairs and watch the game? Nicely taken off her toes. That's very Nickel in front of the clubhouse doing the fielding. There is the Terenure bench, including one Mick Cotter, who's come back from Oak Hill. Oh, well chased down. Georgia. That's a nice shot and well fielded by Georgia Beattie. Covered the ground nicely. It was only a few steps, but got across, got her hands down and got the ball back in quickly. Prendergast on 8, Jacobs on 4. Big shot down the ground, and that one finding turf. Duffy Mullin after it, and she pulls it up inside the rope. Good bit of fielding as she goes to the keeper's end. Goes to the bowler's end. Nicely fielded though. Good chase down. Good fielding. Got there just in time, you can see. The ball bobbling around and very carefully. Oh, nearly off her foot, but no, good work. And the third over is done at 15 for 1. Pembroke at this stage were 24 for 1, but they were in the beginnings of what was a super partnership of 96 between Vinchika Shukla and Susie Whaley. Lovely bit of fielding by Susie Whaley, down by, well, level with the second of the two dugouts. This one taken on the full. Izzy McLean having handed over the gloves to Pippa Guy, doing a fine job in the covers. Shadow's starting to get a bit longer now. 6:30 start tonight, of course, on account of the longest days and 17 hours of daylight. Comes off the toe of the bat and finds the boundary. Nice shot, nice 4. Could possibly have been a wide, but coming off the toe of the bat meant it went very square. Pembroke managing to keep Terenure below a run of ball at the moment. Again, good work from Whaley. Saves another 3 runs.
Keeper time wastes.
One suspects she took the gloves off before she tied the bat's shoelaces. I was going to say, I hope you've a box on because he's been hitting those stumps quite regularly.
Sorry?
I said, I hope you've got a box on because he's been hitting the stumps quite regularly.
Maybe that's good advice.
Kimberly McDonald now into her second over. And a good over it was too. Just the 6 runs coming from it. 21 for 1. These two staging a bit of a recovery. $83 for 3 now, Marion. They require 18 runs for victory. They have 5.5 overs to do them in. Very Nickel has taken over from Anna Bill. Cracking shot, but a great piece of fielding by Beattie. Got right down to that one. Hiya, Dale.
Hey guys.
Oak Hill today?
No.
And this one won't be stopped by any fielder. Prendergast straight down the ground, picks up a boundary. Four camera setup.
Better setup than some international grounds. This.
Hmm?
I'm here for drinks.
I'd quite handily handed over to you today and just go home to bed.
I'm quite sure you would have, Craig.
Again, good fielding by the Pembroke players.
Oh no, I'm going for drinks.
And the catch is taken and the partnership is broken. 27 for 2, and it's Jacobs who has to go. And Nickel, with the very last ball of the first over, turns figures of 0 for 6 into 1 for 6 as a result of this cross-bat shot coming off the edge of the bat and a really nicely, calmly taken catch. $27 for 2 after 5. Partnership of 26. It's just that cross-bat shot and it comes up off the edge. Very Nickel saluting the catch. Can you go around the front rather than through the gazebo? There's just too many wires. No, around here. You can just go around there and you go behind him. Thanks very much. Another busy day. These long days, hey? The crew doing the redevelopment of the ground. come to the end of their day. Cheers.
One wire and all jumped on, isn't it?
Yep. Super start, super first ball. Jessica introduced into the attack now. 2 wickets down. Lily Morgan, the new bat. Well, this one up in the air finds gravity doing its work. It makes it down and lets them get through for 2. Leg bye taken by Terenure. They all count, they all add to your total. Oh. I'd have appealed for LBW there. Not a no ball.
I don't think it was, but it's close to that call on replay.
Well bowled, Jessica. Good response to the slightly looser delivery before. That was called a no ball.
Fine, you're on the cut button at the end of the over.
Another single. And now we're into the last ball of the power play. Cheeky throw from the boundary. Right over the top of the stumps into the gloves of the wicketkeeper. Finishes the 6 over with the score on 33 for 2. And Merion now find themselves 3 runs away from victory in Anglesey Road against Pembroke 6th. Oh, nice shot. Beats the diving fielder in the ring. Two more runs onto the total. Well, Nicola's found her way through. She's picked up a second wicket in her second over. Terenure now 3 down for 35. Prendergast departs. She'd been there since the start.
Did you go to Tesco?
Somebody has just walked past the Dougals and they're watching the game. One of the Terenure players. Ladies, they're talking to you. Nicol now 2 for 8 from her first 8 deliveries. A good full-length delivery, but it beats Pippa Guy, and they get through for a bye. As to be expected, the required rate has crept up. Pembroke had reached 50 for 1 after 6, Terenure 33 for 2, and the required rate now over 10 and over. No appeal from Anna Beale on that occasion. A few more people making the trip down to Pembroke. A few on the wall, a few in front of the chapel. Still 140 runs required by Terenure. Slipping down the leg side, getting away with that one, but it does end her over. Another wicket in the over. 7 gone now. 36 for 3 is the score. And I can tell you that Merion have completed their chase of Pembroke's 100, and they've got there for the loss of 3 wickets. Duffy Mollin continuing from the nursery end. Nice push into the offside where Cheeky does the fielding. And again, that throw straight to the keeper's gloves. Well, oh, that one. How did that miss the stumps? Super delivery, beating the bat, and then just shaving past the stumps. solid shot, but solid fielding as well. Kimberly McDonald with the sharp hands. Full length. Oh my word. Susie Whaley hitting the stumps. One stump to aim at, and she hit it from the boundary, but the bat was very safely in her ground. Another good over for Jessica. There's 2 runs coming from the first 5 balls. Oh, just past her outstretched hands, and it will run away to the boundary, but it was an opportunity, just slightly over pitched. Took it on the full and nearly put it back to the bowler's hands. But once it got through the hands, there was nothing else in the way of it reaching the boundary. And that has taken the score now on to 42 for 3. And for the first time, I've managed to hit the cut button at the right time. Well, there we go. Georgia Beattie with her first delivery picks up and caught and bowled. Fourth wicket to fall. It's Lily Morgan who has departed. Pembroke very much on top in this Division 2 game now. A super start for Georgia Beattie. Oh. I forgot all about the yeah, I forgot about the replay button. Sorry, Georgia. Played down to the leg side. Single taken.
The camera was on the right end.
Well, I was so pleased about the camera being at the right end, I then forgot to press the button for the replay, and I do apologise.
That was about the fixing of that side screen. The side screen.
Nicely swept round the corner, and that's the first boundary we've seen in a while. That's a super shot from George. Just as the bird flew overhead. Didn't distract the bat, that was for sure. Took it on the full and put it away. Again on the full, and again this one put away, this time for a maximum. And George has decided it's time to open up. Beattie searching for that full length, going a bit too far and finding the ball deposited onto Cyril's way. Umpire just wants to have a quick check. Oh, everything seems fine there.
Second scattering of that crowd.
Yes.
The spot thing.
And then George showing the maturity, having taken 10 off the previous 2 balls, saw that this one was a good delivery and just kept it out. And again, solid forward defence. Gets to the end of the over, 53 for 4 from 9. And with 11 overs left, Terenure still require 1, 2, 3. What they need now is Gavin Hoey. 33 off 11. That was some strike rate yesterday.
Did you see Mr. 15-year-old Indians?
Yes, 11 balls. Well, that's what I said to Gavin at the break yesterday. I said, are you sure you're not 15 and Indian?
You have to do it as an opener.
Yeah, I mean, the game is changing. Shukla with her first ball, and it's lofted. 2 fielders converging. They get home for the seconds safely enough. Daly it is, who's come out to the middle now. Change of mind. You heard it here on the Dougals. Just pulled that one down a bit. Signalled as a no ball for the double bounce. No free hits in Division 2, so we just carry on. I think Noel might be showing a replay of that one. There seemed to be a noise of some description. It certainly wasn't bat on ground. Swing of the bat sends it down to Anna Beale. Hazy sun behind some hazy clouds. Soft filter, I think they call it in the photography world. Reaching for that one. And Izzy McLean on the boundary doing some good cleaning up. Oh no. Oh, that was the call from the bowler rather than the commentator. I think you'd need to zoom in on that one. There was a noise of some description.
That's why I was showing it, because I heard the noise.
They won't take a second to whaley there. One ball left in the 10th over, halfway through this innings. 61 on the board. It's in the air. Oh, bounces just in front of the fielder. Anna Lynn McDonald. And well run by the Terenure bats. 2 off the final ball of the over. Takes the score on to 63 for 4.
Yeah, the only angle I had to.
10 for coming from that over. Just in front of the fielder. Put the cover behind. Izzy McLean saving the boundary. Well, Georgia Beattie and her first over took a caught and bowled from the first delivery. And with 10 overs to go, 113 still required by this Terenure side. Nice shot from Daly. Brings George back onto strike.
That's the angle I had.
George employing that forward defensive again. Nice straight bat. One of the commuter darts has done its trip down to Bray, now heading back to possibly Nat Malahide. Can I ask you to go round the front rather than through the gazebo? There's just too much in here. These two now have put on 22 quite quickly. Oh, it is a nice clean shot. Shot of the innings. And that has gone for 4, and it deservedly has done so. Super shot from George. As I say, possibly shot of the innings anyway. Beat the despairing fielder. Perfect. Another one hit down the ground, but this time the fielder is in place. Full length again. Again, the Pembroke ground fielding very good tonight. Good partnership building for Terenure now. 28. George and Daly. Quick glance at the scoreboard. That's not the important thing now, is the important thing is a good partnership to go together. Fine crowd built up along the wall now. Oh, and a fine delivery from Cheeky. Beating bat. Unfortunately beating stumps as well. You can see it's starting to get a bit darker with the clouds, the way the scoreboard lighting up on that shot. Oh, she's gone a bit wide there. wisely leaving that one alone. We'll have the extra delivery. This one's full. It's in the air. Gets over the keeper. And just the one run taken. Daly doing a fine job in support of George, who's moved on to 23 off just 14. Key for Terenure here is George, I feel. Another fine shot, another 4, takes her on to 27 off just 15. Batting exceptionally well. Trying to drag her side back into this. And down on one knee, and then just found the gap she wanted. That ran away to the boundary. Another no ball. There's a call of yes, a call of no. Sent back and got there in plenty of time. No need to dive or anything. Less than 100 required now, but only 50 balls to get it in. Another good length delivery from Shukla. Getting it past the edge of the bat to finish out the over. 12 gone, 77 for 4. There is the evening scene here at Sydney Parade. Clouds painted by Bob Ross. And there is the gazebo. Hello, everybody. Hiding behind my monitors. Beatty now into her 3rd over. Sorry, my apologies. Susie Whaley into her 1st over. A nice bit of fielding. Taking it on the bounce. Susie Whaley, the 7th bowler used tonight by Pembroke. And another 5 onto the total, as that one got past the keeper. Cotter keeping himself hidden behind the pole of the umbrella down in front of the dressing rooms. We often say about the wicketkeeper, if we're not mentioning them, they're doing a good job. And Pippa Guy doing very well to get down the leg side and collect that one. Weak shadows on the ground now. Goes short. Pippa guy going for the splits. See you Wednesday, Becca. Athletic prowess. Half appeal from somebody out there. It wasn't Beale anyway. Nice bit of fielding, but the single was taken. 85 goes on the board, and our not so camera shy Seagull does like this area in front of the gazebo. Good evening, William. These two up to 39 in their partnership now. Kimberly MacDonald returning at the nursery end.
Confusing because of that sun.
Good run rate here for Terenure. 6.5 and over they're going along at. This one in the air, but it's a super shot that will do nothing but find the fence. 4 more runs brings up 90. George really free scoring here. And it's another boundary. 35 now off just 24 deliveries. And George pushing this Terenure total higher and higher. Puts that one out to cow corner. Successive 4s. He looked for a third, but the fielder down at cow corner does a fabulous job in keeping it just to a single. 10 from the over thus far. Susie Whaley, high score in the match so far, 48. Oh, super delivery. It swung in the air and came back in at Daly, and it's broken the partnership, and what a fine partnership it was. Partnership of 53 before Daly departs to what was a fabulous delivery. Swung in the air, past the bat, onto the stumps, 95 for 5. Well, 10 had come from the first 4 balls, and then she found this absolute jaffer. Swinging in, the cross bat shot, not paying off, done on length, done with the swing, And a wicket for the skipper. Well, an uphill battle now. 81 required from 37 deliveries because of that ball there. Super delivery. Well-deserved wicket. And Pembroke just chipping away now at this Terenure batting order. But George still there. Yeah, it's just the cross-bat shot. Ball getting in underneath the bat. Left-hander now. And Lynn McDonald going over to the offside. Oh, just away from that off stump. But a good over from Kimberly McDonald. A wicket when Pembroke needed it. And now 95 for 5. And there are 6 overs remaining. And 81 runs required. Emily Moran has come in now. Niall trying to find a spot for the camera that's not quite as affected by the sunlight as previously. Susie Whaley now into her second over. Pembroke needed that wicket. Well, not needed. Yeah, I think so. There's the appeal from Anna Beale. Down a fine leg.
Let's go, Susie.
Perfect. Nicely bowled, nicely played down the ground. George still looking to score runs and be positive. As they approach team century. Going round the wicket to the left-handed Moran. Yeah, it's equinox stuff, isn't it? It's usually disappeared to the left of the pole tonight. Well to the right. There we go. There's the artistic shot. Well dug out. They will take the single. Pembroke won't mind singles at this stage. The required rate, well, it's right up there now. 98 for 5 is the score. Cheeky now taking up station on the railway side. Just 3 singles and a wide so far, as Whaley looks to finish this over now. Please. Susie Whaley completes her over, and Terenure have reached 100. 100 for 5. Wednesday night here. Well, Tuesday night is the night off. Wednesday night, we will have the women's thirds. And then Thursday night, there is another game. Good to see Eamon Fitzpatrick. Eamon, who spent many, many hours coaching women down here. Nice shot. Left-handed Moran. Jessica returning to the attack. The third over. George keeps that one out and then skips away. Yeah. Very good ball, but well placed by George. Down to Anna Beale. Thrown to the keeper's end. Not deliberately, it just happened to end up there. That'll bring Moran back on strike. George just 11 short now of a well-deserved half-century. Will she get there before the end? Oh, a cracking drive out on the offside for the left-hander. Another fine shot down the ground. They go for the second, and they get through. I don't know where that went. Yeah, had no idea what happened there. It does bring George back on strike. He's moved on to 41 now. Again, recognises the good ball, keeps it out. That's the end of the over. Just 5 coming from it. A good over from Jessica Duffy-Mullin. 105 for 5, and with 4 overs remaining, it's not really about the result now. It will be a surprise if Terenure managed to get home from here. The required rate 17 3/4. But can George get to her half-century? Anna Beale now. Will bowl the 17th and probably the 19th. And she succeeded. That's why you bring your openers back. She's taken a wicket with the first ball of her third over. 2 for 9 now. And Moran departs. Just a partnership of 10, but she was providing good support to George. But here is the delivery. Pitched outside leg, came across. I think it even touched the pad on the way through. Wouldn't have been out LBW, certainly pitched outside leg. But Anna Beale picks up a second wicket. opened up to try and get to it, and yes, it did. It hit the top of off stump after clipping the back pad. A second wicket for Beale, a sixth wicket for Pembroke, and the score now 105. But George still there on 41. New partner. Optimistic appeal, perhaps. Yeah. Another dot ball. You can see even the pictures we have here getting a little hazy to go with the hazy sun and the hazy clouds, and now a hazy picture. Well kept out by McEwen. Big swing of the bat, not making contact. And a Bill one delivery away now from a wicket maiden. And that's what it is. Wicket maiden for Anna Beale. 17 gone, 105 for 5. But now George has the strike. She needs 9 runs from these 3 overs, and it'll be very nickel. To bowl the 18th and perhaps the 20th. Pembroke's total of 175 looks a long way away now. And finally the machinery bit. Oh no, it's off again. Well, I'd say even the most ardent Pembroke supporter can't help but hope that George reaches her half century. Oh, they're backing up a little bit far. George is only looking for 2s and 4s at the moment. 2 dot balls to start the over. There it is, big shot down the ground. Anna Beale comes around, but they do get the 2. That's what George was looking for. Takes her on to 43. Three balls left in this over, and then 2 more overs. Big shot. Fielder there. Oh, one-handed attempt. But instead it's gone for 4. That will take her to 47. Big shot coming off the toe of the bat. Anna Beale going for the one-handed grabs, and it just got over her fingers. She won't be pleased there's a camera there capturing that.
Perfectly.
George gets another 2. We'll take her to 49. Pippa Guy just not getting there, and then George deciding that they wanted a suicide run. The throw just going a little errant and very nickel. doing the sensible thing and just holding on to it. Nelson once again, 1-1-1. And that is the over. 2 overs to go. George is on 49, but not facing. She's had a look at the scoreboard. She sees 49 next to her name. They get through for the single. That puts George on strike. She just needs a single now to reach her half century. McKillen has done exactly the right thing. Single off the first ball.
Scoreboard below.
Yes. It's in the air. And the catch has been taken, and George falls for 49. Well, it was a super innings. It's the top score in the game. But with the score on 114, 7 wickets down, George departs for 49. That is a terrible shame for her. But one has to say, a fine, fine innings. And Susie Whaley picks up her first wicket. George really looking and just got an edge on that one. Leading edge, just lifted it round the corner, and very nickel. One of the safer pair of hands. I can tell you, she caught it there behind that player. And a 7th wicket has fallen. A lot darker now as the orange ball disappears behind the houses. And we're now just 9 balls away from the conclusion of this game. Big swing of the bat, another dot ball.
Cameras don't do justice to the light.
No. No, a lot darker. In reality, camera sucking in all the light it can. Oh, super delivery. 2nd wicket in the over. Belle McGaw, we saw bowl early on, and now she herself has been bowled. And Whaley picks up the 8th wicket with the score on 114. And 1 ball remaining in her over. Terenure well past the stage of needing snookers now. And again, it's a good length. And if they miss, you hit. Principle works again. Crashing into leg stump. Duke, the next bat out, coming in at number 10. We're at that stage of the evening now where we thank Shauna and the Terenure scorer, as well as our umpires tonight. Well, that concludes Susie Whaley's work for the evening. 3 overs, 2 wickets, 13 runs. And now we go into the final over. Just one run coming from that. Well, there is the sun just peeking over the houses through a gap in the clouds. McEwen gets back safely. Not often Niall spent so long on camera. Slipping down the leg side, signalled as a wide. That's right, leave it there, leave it there. It's grand. Oh, hit straight back at her with some force, and it burst through the hands of Beattie. Chance of a second caught and bowled for her, but it went to turf. And just 4 balls remain in this match now. The result, without any doubt, Pembroke win. But still, the Terenure bats adding to their score. Getting very dark now. Another wide. Nice shot out to the leg side boundary. Will bring another single. And Terenure just 1 run away now from a scoring rate of 6 and over, 1 a ball. Usually a good total will follow from that. A total you can defend, but when you're chasing 175, it makes it very tough. So 1 ball remaining. The required rate has now reached astronomical proportions. It would require a tiger to run onto the pitch and lie on the ball. And a lot of running. Well, she's middled that one out to the boundary. It is collected by Cheeky. She returns it to Guy. The umpire will call over and game, and Pembroke are victorious by 55 runs. But a valiant effort. The big thing for Pembroke there was the wicket of Reed in that first over. So, and here it is again. Just pitched in line with leg. And Anna Beals one-handed, smiling at the camera. So we'll take you through the story of the game quickly before we say goodnight. Niall will show you again Anna Beals. I know, I mean, whether you're meant to or not, there it is. There is the Pembroke card, and you can see there that the stand between Susie Whaley and Vanshika Shukla, partnership of 96, was the making of that Pembroke innings. Izzy McLean fell early, having been quite violent to the bowling. She got 11 off 7, but then Susie Whaley with 48 off 37 and Shukla with 42 off 28. And then a few wickets fell. Georgia Beattie put together a nice little knock of 26, and Annabelle came around and played her leg side shots to pick up 14 runs. 26 extras in that total, probably more than Terenure would want, but not the worst we've seen either. The Terenure bowling figures, well, the wickets all fell to Duke and Bell McGraw. They got 3 for 39 and 3 for 32. Felt sorry for Aveen Daly, her 2 overs costing 34 runs. And you can see there the partnership, Pembroke at one stage were 1-1-1 for 1 and then lost a clatter of wickets before another partnership for that 6th wicket of 38 saw them get to their total of 175. In reply, Terenure chasing 176 for victory. And, well, apart from Asana George's 49 before she unfortunately was caught by Nicol off the bowling of Susie Whaley, was the top score in the match. She received a bit of support from Daly and, well, as I said, it was the wicket of Sophie Reed at the top that really turned this game. They did score at a run a ball. They did get up to 120 for 8, but chasing at 175, it was always going to be a tough one, but it was made even tougher by those early wickets. Just the 7 bowlers used by Pembroke, nobody bowling more than 3, and the major wicket takers tonight, well, Annabelle 2 for 9 at the top, Susie Whaley at the bottom 2 for 13, and then Very Nicol 2 for 16, plus she took a lovely catch. Georgia Beattie picked up 1 wicket. It was a caught and bowled from the first ball she bowled, and she very nearly took a second caught and bowled from the last ball she bowled. So it was a good result all round there for Pembroke. We will show you how the Worms looked. The comparison between the two teams as they went through their 20 overs, and you can see the gap just seemed to get bigger and bigger. One thing to note, those 3 wickets in 1 over for Terenure, they did so well there to just peg Pembroke back a bit, but the runs kept coming, and in the end there were far too many of them. Let's see what the computer says, and the computer says player of the match is Susie Whaley, her 48 plus her wickets, and deservedly so. So there is the summary. Pembroke have won, and they have won by 55 runs, and that is the end of tonight's game. We'd like to thank you for joining us on a Monday evening. We hope you enjoyed that game as much as we did, and we will say good night now, and we will take a day off. Whew. But we'll be back on Wednesday for the women's thirds, and we'll hopefully see you then. So from Niall and myself, and with our thanks to the officials, the scorers, and of course Dale down late at night doing a little bit of watering at the end. So good night and talk to you soon.